Hi everyone, I'm retired meteorologist Pat Prokop and YouTuber as well, right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Over the last several days, I've been telling you about this winter storm that could be developing across the area for next week. We're talking about Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And the models have been, again, bouncing around all over the place. And today, they continue that trend. They're bouncing around, but 3 of the 4 models are saying winter storm. A 4th model is saying, no, nothing's going to happen. And that one that says nothing's going to happen is the one that says, in the past, it was saying everything's going to happen. That's the GFS. Anyway, let's take a look and see what's going on with the weather for the next several days. We've got a rain system coming in for Saturday. That we know for certain, and get ready for a lot of rain out of that system. Anyway, looking at the satellite imagery there, first of all, you can see clouds developing out in the western and central Gulf of Mexico, streaming into across portions of Georgia, stream southern South Carolina this Wednesday afternoon, January 15th. And that's going to continue to stream across the area throughout the night. Maybe a little fair to partly cloudy weather conditions for tomorrow, but then this system will start getting better organized and shoot up into the northeast, into our area for Saturday and Sunday, with a pretty good chance for rain. And moderate rains, perhaps a ½ inch to 1 inch of rain in many locations out of this system through Saturday night into Sunday morning. Meanwhile, off to the north, that's not clouds, that's snow on the ground. Let's take another look at that, because there's some very cold air up to the north of us, and that's going to start pushing southeastward by next week, and that is going to be combining with another weather system associated with the jet stream. I'm going to show you that in just a minute, but there you can still see snow on the ground from central and northeastern Kansas across a large portion of Missouri, particularly north of the Ozarks, and across just about all of Illinois except the extreme north. Go fish. Northern Illinois doesn't see much snow on the ground right now, but all of Indiana, Ohio seeing snow, a large portion of Kentucky still seeing snow. Where I went to school over here in Murray, Kentucky, the ground is snowless at the moment, and continuing eastward off toward the mid-Atlantic coastal states. I want to show you the jet stream right now, because that's going to be an important player in the next several weather patterns across our area. This little wave right here over in the New Mexico, western Texas area is going to slide eastward, and as it does, it's going to be affecting that system in the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to pull moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico, giving us a mild rain, moderate rains, but mild temperatures with this rain. Temperatures will be in the 60s over the weekend with the rains Saturday and Saturday night going into Sunday. Now, this wave over here, this is the game changer. What this wave does will depict what happens next week. And we're talking Tuesday and Wednesday. But as it moves, it's going to ride up over this ridge up in the northwest portion of the country, then come on down. And coming on down, it's going to be pulling some cold air along with it. And then it's going to pick up moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And then it's going to push it into our area on Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe. Still, it's beyond 120 hours. We're looking at 152 to 170, 180 hours from now. Anything more than 120 hours in advance this time of the year is always an iffy proposition to look at weather-wise. All right, let's take a look at I want to look at something else. Temperatures across the country, we're seeing some very cold air off to the north. Now, this is in advance. This is for next week. This is for Wednesday at sunrise, the forecast temperatures across the country. Most of the country will be below freezing at that time, with temperatures around the single digits in the Great Lakes states and below zero across portions of the Appalachians down into the mountains of West Virginia and Tennessee. They could be seeing below zero temperatures. That's Fahrenheit across those areas. We here in the southeast portion of the country, Georgia and South Carolina, we're going to see temperatures in the upper teens inland to the low to middle 20s elsewhere across Georgia, perhaps upper 20s, lower 30s along the coast. Well, yeah, now mix in some moisture with that, and you're going to start getting some trouble with either snow, sleet, or freezing rain. So let's take a look at the models. First of all, this is the GFS, the Global Forecast System. This is the model that is usually the model of choice, and lately it has been predicting a potential winter storm for our area for either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So let's take a look and see what happens. First of all, let's go into the weekend and look at this. There's that system with that first wave of the jet stream coming on through on Saturday, and this is for 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. It's showing moderate to heavy rain potential across all of Georgia and South Carolina. We're looking at more than an inch of rain possible out of this system. And then as we advance in time, it kind of like ends a little bit Saturday night going into Sunday, maybe a couple lingering showers, but then things quiet down. And then after that, it doesn't show much at all. No, it's trying to show that wave developing over here in the western Gulf of Mexico, southeastern Texas, but it pushes it southward. And as it does, it keeps us well south of our area with high pressure over this region here. And this is for sunrise by Thursday. So, according to the GFS, as it has been predicting moderate to heavy winter precipitation across our area, now it's predicting nothing across our area. All right, well, what about the other models? Let's take a look at that. First of all, there's the GFS, and it's showing as of Wednesday at sunrise. Wednesday, actually, this is at Tuesday at 10 o'clock at night. Tuesday at 10 o'clock at night. Tuesday of next week, 10 o'clock at night, showing nothing going on and of no concern. All right, let's look at the I think it's a CMC I have next over here. Yeah, the Canadian Meteorological Center. This model here, this is now for Wednesday at, well, again, Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Wednesday's Greenwich Mean Time at 00. But that's 7 o'clock Tuesday night. And let's go advance this into time, and we can see by sunrise on Wednesday, according to the Canadian Meteorological Center model, it's showing a wide area of freezing precipitation. This is freezing rain across the southern quarter of Georgia. And this is sleet mixed with freezing rain and snow across central Georgia. And look at it all the way back into Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and eastern Texas. So it's showing a large winter precipitation type storm there. And then to the north of that, in this blue area, that's snow. So it's predicting, well, basically looks like a major winter storm for the southeast for the middle of next week. And as we go into the next frame, this is at 1 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. And it shows area of freezing rain across a large portion of Georgia into southern South Carolina, sleet and freezing rain across the rest of Georgia and South Carolina, and snow off to the north. But it is indicating the freezing rain changing over to rain from just south of Savannah southward at that time. And then let's see, what's the next one here? This is the icon model, 1 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and it's showing a large area of freezing rain across northern Florida? Really? Come on, you don't see that too often, freezing rain across northern portions of Florida. Maybe in the panhandle, well, not in the peninsula. But anyway, this model might be pushing it too far south. And it has a large band of snow across southern and central Georgia and the eastern half of South Carolina into eastern North Carolina. All right, let's advance this. All right. Let's take a look at the ECMWF. That's the European Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, and usually it's a quite reliable model. And let's take a look and see what it has to say for itself. And as we go into time, it's showing conditions as of Tuesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, showing some mixture of light rain, changing over to freezing rain, sleet, and snow with moderate snow to heavy snow across south central Georgia into central Georgia with snow, and into almost all of South Carolina and eastern North Carolina. But the freezing rain goes all the way up the coast into Hilton Head down to Savannah, and then swinging back into southern portions of Alabama. All right, going ahead in time, this is for Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it shows the precipitation changing over to light freezing rain across portions of the eastern Georgia and South Carolina. Then it pushes it out to sea. All right. Which model do you pick? I mean, come on, they're all over the place. But here are the different models: the GFS, the CMC, the Canadian model, the ICON, the German model, and the ECMWF, the European model. 3 of the 4 are saying potential winter storm, and 2 of them are really saying a major winter storm potential for next week across southeast United States, including Georgia and South Carolina, and now even North Florida, with the icon model indicating potential freezing rainstorm there. I don't remember seeing a freezing rainstorm in northern portions of Florida. Anyway, in the peninsula portion of it, Panhandle, yeah, but not the peninsula. Anyway, it's going to be a hard one to pick. Which one? I don't know. Again, let's wait and just watch this system. Nothing is set in stone right now. You need to watch the system. Now, once we get within 120 hours, that's 5 days, we'll have to keep a closer look at these models and see how, if they converge and follow that. But right now, what I'm trying to tell you is we might get nothing and we might get something out of this system. All right. Let's go back to the maps and look at the, my webpage, always a good place to finish, savannahpat.name. That's who I am. savannahpat.name is the web address for that. And here I give you the information, a little brief weather summary here. And I put up some of the videos here. You can get all my videos right over here on my YouTube channels, the astronomy and the weather channels there. And you can follow me also on my social media sites, which are social media. Anyway, the forecast, fair to partly cloudy, or we've got partly cloudy weather conditions now. It'll be fair to partly cloudy for tomorrow. Actually, Thursday's looking pretty nice, in the lower 60s. For the high. Friday, 60 degrees for the high, partly cloudy. Going into Saturday, clouding up, and the temperatures will be mild in the 60s, but a really good chance for rain. I got the rain chance at 95% probability. And then going into Sunday, dropping down to 40%, particularly in the morning hours, maybe in the afternoon, a little less chance for rain, and then dropping down to 10% by Monday, remaining mostly cloudy. We may see a few rays of sunshine on Monday, but then Tuesday, well, question mark, who knows what's going to happen on Tuesday. Anyway, I got a 40% chance for precipitation. I don't know what it's going to be, but I got a forecast at the moment, high of 45, but then Tuesday night, low 27. Now, if it's precipitating, either rain or freezing rain or sleet, if it's 27 degrees, it'll be sleet or snow. If it's 29, it'll be freezing rain or sleet mixed with freezing rain. If it's 30 or 32, it could be freezing rain. So chances are it'll be freezing rain if it does develop. So we'll just keep an eye on that. All right, one last look. Let's go into the extended outlook. I always like looking at this because I have hopes for the future. I'm a gardener. I like my garden. And I want a cold January for the garden. The garden actually likes it. If it stays cold for a while in January, that helps drop the sap down into the ground. The plants actually do need that, particularly the peaches in western and central Georgia. But as long as the temperature stays above 25 degrees, it's fairly decent for the vegetation out in the yards, fields. But then by week 3, the end of January, beginning of February, slightly above normal temperatures as normals continue to slowly rise. Right now, normal high is 61, normal low is about 40. That's in Savannah, a little bit cooler out in the west of Interstate 95. But then in the middle of February, above normal to slightly above normal to above normal, we're looking at temperatures in the 70s, upper 70s, maybe some days in the middle of February, and the remaining above normal into the end of February. And that'll get a lot of things up and moving into the vegetation growth, and hopefully we won't get a bad cold wave after that once spring foliage starts to open up from there. Anyway, keep an eye on the weather, as we could see an adverse weather pattern developing for next week. Nothing cast in stone right now. Just keep an eye on it. I'll be watching it, and you can follow me right here on my YouTube channel, my Pat's Weather and Nature page. I thank all those who have been supporting my page, and those super thanks are very, very helpful. Thanks to that person who sent me the 5 cups of coffee, anonymous. Anyway, thank you very much for that, and I'll catch you later. Bye.